So for the next 48 hours, I'm going to be solo truck camping by myself, and I'm going to try to do it for as cheap as I possibly can. I've never truck camped, and I've also never recorded a video, and I've also never camped alone. So there's a lot of firsts here, but we're going to be fishing, shooting trout, and enjoying the beautiful nature out here. Right now, we're on the Margolin Rim. I can almost see from where I came from, which is crazy because I drove a few hundred miles. We are pretty high up. Right now, we're at 6,800 feet of elevation. We are in, I believe, Happy Jack, Arizona. And that is pretty high up there. I mean, it's taller than that tree, and that tree's got to be pretty dang tall. That was super sketchy. Did not want to jump back. That was, I don't know why I did that. All right, let's get on the road again. We have made it to Coon Bluff for parking, and I don't have a pass, so hopefully I don't get a ticket, but you know, sometimes you gotta live life on the edge. So, it does look like this place has died out a lot. It's very brown compared to when I was back here in the fall of last year. It was super green, and there's also not that many cool birds out right now. I'll try to capture one if I see one. There's these birds that are like cardinals, but they're black, and they're probably my favorite bird. I'll try to find one. All right, we just got to the river, as you can see. There's also a population of semi-wild horses here. They usually go away in the winter to someone's farm or someone's land, but during the summer they're very active, and they even go in the water and bathe and drink in it. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I already see fish. I've switched over to a spinner. It's a Panther Martin. The water's pretty still here, so I think giving them a little bit of action is gonna work better than just letting the power bait sit. I just got a bite there. I saw the fish following it and thought I got snagged for a second, but I definitely saw it. That was another bite right there. I think this is gonna work. There we go. There's one. It isn't a trout. It's actually a Sonoran suckerfish. Wow. I did not think these fish would grab a lure like this. Now you have to be very careful with these fish because they do have spines just like a catfish. Let's see if I can get this out of him. There we go. This is the Sonoran suckerfish. These are native to Arizona. I think they are mainly in the Gila River and the Salt River. Super cool fish. They're like a mix of a bass and carp and a catfish. And you can tell they're called a suckerfish because of that mouth right there. I don't think they have teeth, but yeah, super pretty fish. You can't eat these. Looks like he's bleeding. I'm gonna get him back in the water as quick as I can. He's a good pound and a half maybe or so. Here you go, buddy. go. I'm gonna see if I can't catch at least one more of these guys, or maybe a trout. I'd love to get something to eat. Oh, there's the bite. All right, I'm calling it there. I'm super happy with that one catch. Sadly, no trout, so I can't cook any for lunch. But I've got about a 3-hour drive up to Forest Lakes, Arizona. It's kind of by Happy Jack. It's on the Mogollon Rim. And I gotta get going because it's 9 a.m. right now and I wanna be there by 1:30. So I'm 30 minutes early on my schedule and I cannot afford to be late. I'm also super hungry. Moment of truth. Do you guys think we got a ticket? Oh, the truck looks so good in this light, that green. Oh, I'm scared. Let's see. No. No ticket. That's good for me. All right, let's get out of here. All right, well, I already got my first problem with taking the truck off road for the first time. My AC control fell off and I don't know where it is. It's somewhere in that pile of junk. So once I get to camp, I'll have to fix that. But hopefully that's the only problem that we've had, or that we will have. All right, I had to take a second and just admire my truck out here in the nature. The first generation Tundras just looks so good. I don't know what's about it. I like it a little more than the Tacomas. Just looks so good. I'm almost to camp. I got about 2 minutes up the road. All right. Made it to camp. I got a fireplace and my truck set up right next to the fireplace, so I can hopefully keep myself warm at night. I just spent way too long trying to find this thing. Somehow it got way behind my driver's seat, but I just need to put that little square onto that little square. Let's see. Should just, wait. Should just pop on. Yep. Okay. All good. So I mentioned earlier I wanted to try to camp in my truck on a budget and save as much money as I can. So instead of buying a rooftop tent or a camper shell, which could be $1,000 to $3,000, I got a tarp and some poles. My plan is to put each of these poles in those holes so that I can create a tarp and make a makeshift camper, and then fill the bed in with like some soft towels and a sleeping bag and whatnot. So let's add those in. I think that's a great idea. I don't see anyone else doing this sort of thing. And then you can take it down when you're done camping and you don't need to drive around with this big shell that you got to take on and off all the time. And yeah, all right. This tarp is going to be a little bit of a pain, so let me put you guys down. All right, I got it all set up and it looks great. The only problem is it's pretty windy out here sometimes, and that is a little loud. So that might keep me up at night. I need to make sure that this is all tied down a lot better than what it is right now, because this might fly away. But let me show you inside. All you got to do is just lift this up. And you've got a lot of room in here. All right. Let's see how we're going to do this. I want to lay the towels down so that I at least have some sort of comfort. These aren't very thick towels, but it'll be something at least. Let's get this one down. This one, I might be able to double layer it, which would be perfect. So that will be even more comfy. There we go. Bam. Bam. And my brother gave me this little thing. It's like a sleeping pad that you can blow up, which will be so handy. Let's see. What's that? And then I think you just blow it up from one of these. Right. Oh, I'm gonna sleep good tonight. Oh, this is great. And my sleeping bag. Oh, and my pillow. Perfect. You can already see little rips and tears in my tent, which I thought this thing was rip proof, but apparently it's not. Also, it's really hot in here. It's like a green room in here. I mean, it's literally green, but it's so hot. I'm getting super hungry though. I've been up for almost 8 hours working, fishing, and I haven't had a bite to eat. So I'm gonna take a second and eat myself a turkey sandwich. So hungry. Oh yeah. Look at that sandwich. Oh yeah, that looks so good. Ugh. That was worth it. All right. That was a good lunch, but I gotta go get some firewood now. So let's go adventure into the woods. I'm just gonna go this way. See if I can't find any wood that I can burn for tonight. Because it should be getting down to, I think, around 36 tonight. Man, that's pretty cold for me. I'm not that thick. I don't got that much fat on me, so I definitely need a fire. There's some wood. See a dead tree over there. That'll work for me. All right, my friend gave me this giant machete, which is sick. It also has a saw on the back, so I think this should work for the tree. If anything, I just show it off. It's sick. Oh. Now that I got my firewood, I want to go out and go shooting. There are a few rules here at this campground. I can't be within 1,000 feet of any campfire, and I also can't shoot at any live trees or hunt. So I'm pretty much just gonna be shooting at the ground or dead sticks. I'm still happy though, I get to shoot. I have a P365 X Macro, it's a 9mm. And then I also have a over-under double barrel shotgun that I'll show you in a second. Let's get moving on. I've got a long way to walk and it's getting hot out here. Before I shoot, I definitely want to have some hearing protection because I'm not trying to go deaf by the time I'm 30. I'm only 23, so. Yeah, let me show you my shotgun. Got a pretty nice case here. And this is the shotgun right here. It's a break action. You load it from there. Boom. Boom. And then you can choose which barrel you want to shoot out of. And it's got some cool engravings on there, if you can see that. Gun, I like it, so. Let's get these first shots in. That's fun. All right, onto the handgun. All right. So I've got some self-defense ammo in there that I don't really want to use right now. But got some Full Metal Jackets. It holds 17 plus 1 in the chamber, but I only put 13 in because I don't want to waste too many. It can be really easy to get lost in the forest when you're alone and you're trying to walk in a straight line. So the best way that I've found out to make sure that you're going in a straight line and you can turn back whenever you need to is to every once in a while turn around, find a landmark like that big tree, look forward, find a landmark. Okay, I want to walk in between those two, and that'll keep you in a straight line. Just do that every once in a while and it should be pretty good. Also, you can look at the direction of the sun right now. The sun is to my right. That means I'm going south. And yeah, just don't get lost in the woods. That probably would not be good. There's also bears and mountain lions out here where I'm at. So I've got to be really careful, especially with leaving my food out on the campground. You really want to make sure that you're putting it into an area where they're not going to smell it and want to come by and steal it or hurt you. Also, raccoons, those aren't fun. They're super cute though, but definitely not fun when they steal your food. And I'm just walking back now. I've got probably another 8 minutes or so of walking. All right, leaving camp. Let's go. So I haven't even made it 2 minutes down the path and I've already found some deer tracks, or maybe elk tracks, but I think they're most likely deer. I don't really know. At least they're not bear tracks. If I want to end up making some decent time before the sun goes down, I've got to start running. And this ground is definitely not the easiest to run on. There's lots of big rocks, but let's get going. I've got just over a mile. Woo. I've got to be very selective with where I'm running. These little flat spots make up a lot of effort lost with running on these rocks, but most of this trail is just rocks, so can't really do anything about it. But these little patches are so nice. Got about half a mile left. Pretty worn out, my knees kind of hurt. These rocks are not gentle. But one thing you got to be careful of when you're looking straight down on a trail for too long, you'll get tunnel vision. And as soon as you look up and you look around, it's really hard to tell what's going on. It's almost like, I don't know how to explain it unless you've ever been through one of those optical illusions that spin. And then when you look away, everything's still spinning. That's kind of how it feels. So be careful of that if you're going on a long hike and you're just staring at the ground, because it can really throw you off. All right, I've got some good news. I can see the water and it looks great. It's beautiful. Only about 2 minutes left. And then I think just to the left, there's a dam, and that dam turns into a river. There's a little community boat right here. I don't know if it's functional, but looks like anyone could use it probably. There's no holes in it. I don't see an oar unless it's beneath it, but I won't be using that. Let's see how cold the water is. Oh, it's nice. It's like a refreshing cold, nice ice water when you're super hot and tired. That's how it feels. But I want to go see the dam and the river, because that's where I think I'm going to find crawdads. Here's the dam. You can see it gets really shallow right here. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, it's just like a big ramp. Whoa. That is really high up. I want to get down there. I don't know how though. I think I gotta keep going. I was running and I was just looking straight down like I was earlier, and I almost took a tumble straight into the water. I mean, the trail just turns right into the creek. All right, I can't resist it. This water looks so clean and nice and cold. So I'm getting in. Not fully, but definitely getting in. Let me not fall in. Oh, I stepped on something. I don't know if you can see it. There's a waterfall down there. Little one. Man, it's beautiful out here to be in nature, in the cold water, in like the middle of nowhere by yourself. I couldn't be having a better time right now. I can't do anything but praise God for it. So beautiful. All right, made it to the bottom of the dam. Wow. Wow, look at this. That is stunning. It's man-made, but it's so beautiful. You can see there's like a cave in there. I want to go in there so bad. Like, what could possibly be in there? Nothing? Oh. Look at this mountain. I found someone's knife carrier. Looks really nice too. Must have sheathed a pretty thick knife. I'll take it, I guess. I mean, I'm sure they're not coming back for it. Still don't see any crawdads. This is like the perfect spot for them too. All right, I looked for a good 15 minutes and I couldn't find any crawfish. So I'm gonna head out now. I'm a little worried about the sun. I might be making it back right at sunset. We'll see. It's like almost 6 o'clock now and I think sunset's at 6:40. Let's get a move on. Why did no one tell me it would be 10 times harder going up than it was going down? Something that I've realized from working out, going through hard times, and making hikes like that uphill on the rocks just reminds me that good things are on the other side of bad things. And at first, maybe your job is good, your relationship is good, or like your workout or hike is going good. And then it starts getting hard and it starts to really suck. And all you want to do is be lazy and do the least that you can, or take a break or give up. But on the other side of that is a sort of numbness, but also greatness and happiness again, where you can keep pushing and keep going and have a good time. But you just got to get through that sucky time. Now this is kind of like a random motivational quote, but I don't know, I think it's important. And I'm almost to camp now. I'm getting towards the flat ground, so it's getting easier now. Oh, I'm hungry. All right. But I'm setting up the fire, and I'm really hungry, so I'm gonna have a little snack before dinner. I've got some Quaker oatmeal and a fire starter to start the fire, because I can't use any gasoline out here. And these, oddly, smell very good. I don't know why a fire starter would smell so good, but I just place that in there. Right there so it gets hot. Oops, I got ashes in it. Shouldn't take too long. All right, the water's boiling now. Let me set you guys right here. Open up my oatmeal. Just pour it right in there. This smells so good. Let me mix it. Let's try this. I'm so hungry. And I've got some maple brown sugar oatmeal. Nothing could be better. It got dark out here really quick. From the last clip, it's only been about 20 minutes or so, and it is super dark out here. But I'm ready for dinner, and I got myself 2 New York strips that have been marinating in Worcester sauce for like a whole day, and some whiskey. Just a little bit though. I'm not trying to get wasted by myself in the middle of nowhere. Sounds like fun though. They look so good and they smell so good. I wish you guys could smell the flavorings on this. Pour a little bit of whiskey on my plate. All right, got my steaks. Let's try it. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. And that whiskey on the plate just adds a little bit more flavor. That complements the Worcester sauce. So good. Guys, I dropped my steak. Oh no, I'm so pissed. I get to sleep in that? That's better than my own room. All right, guys, I'm headed to bed. I'm just snacking on some trail mix before I go to sleep as my dessert. Had a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, guys. It's about 6:30 in the morning, and I got okay sleep. The bed is really, really comfortable, but it's just so cold out here. And I didn't have anything to keep me warm, so I just kept waking up freezing. But I'm gonna get up and make some breakfast. Breakfast, I've got a little bit of yeast and sugar and some bread flour. I'm gonna mix it up, put some water in it, and have some sort of like pancakes or like flatbread. And then you can put either honey or syrup or peanut butter on it. They're super good. And the ratio for yeast to flour doesn't really matter. As long as you put a little bit, you can't put too much. Mix that up. And while that's fermenting, I'm gonna use this time to just pack up. I'm just gonna go home. I don't really have anything else I can do out here, so I'll give you a little time lapse of me packing up. We're all packed up. That took me about 15 minutes or so. Super easy. And I think my bread is probably about ready right now. They're about ready to eat now. Yes. Oh yeah. Like poor man's pancakes. Oh yeah. All right. I think I'm about ready to get out of here, start up the truck and get going. I got about 150 miles back home. So let's go.